Greeting students. Welcome back to your English e-learning class. Dear students, today we will study lesson 7 of your English reader book, and that is Life of Buddha. Today we will understand the life history of Lord Buddha. Firstly, we will study about Buddha's birth. Dear students, one night Queen Maya Devi dreamt that a white elephant came down from heaven. Heaven means Swarg, and entered her womb. What is a womb? It is an organ in the lower body of a woman where a woman conceives a child. So, when the white elephant entered the womb of Queen Maya Devi, it indicated that she had conceived a child. As the white elephant had come down from heaven, so it indicated that her child came from Tushayta, that means the holy land of Devas, and that is why that child was a pure and a powerful being. So, in this way, Lord Buddha was born. When Buddha was born, his father, the king, felt as if all his wishes have been fulfilled, and he named the young prince as Siddhartha. So, Siddhartha was the original name of Lord Buddha. Next is the king's delight. Delight means to be happy. Khush hona. Now, the king, that means Buddha's father, was so happy that after the birth of Lord Buddha, he invited a Brahmin seer. Now, what is a seer? A person who sees the future or who predicts what will happen in the future. So, his father had invited a Brahmin seer to make prediction about the prince's future. So, when the seer looked at the child, he said or he told the king that the signs indicated that the boy could either become a Chakravarti king and rule the entire world, or he would become a Buddha. But the time for Chakravarti king has passed, so it is certain that the prince would become a Buddha. So, this was the prediction that was made by the Brahmin seer. Next, we will talk about the young prince. Now, when Buddha, as a young prince, grew up, he mastered all the traditional arts and sciences without needing any instructions. He knew 64 different languages, each with its own alphabet. And he was also very good at mathematics. Although he did not need to study, yet to make his father happy, he, on his father's request, joined a school where, in addition to various academic subjects, he became skilled at sports such as martial arts and archery. Siddhartha gave such magical means extraordinary demonstration with his bow and arrows that thousands of people developed trust or faith in the prince. Then comes witnessing suffering. Witnessing means seeing. Witness means to see, and suffering means pain, dukh, dard. Now, Siddhartha saw or witnessed suffering. That means he saw pain, and this pain and suffering became a turning point in his life. Siddhartha, being a prince, lived a very comfortable life. He lived in a palace. Sometimes he would go into the capital city of his father's kingdom to see how people lived. During these visits, he came in contact with many old and sick people, and on one occasion he saw a funeral ceremony, which means a death ceremony. And for the first time in his life, he saw a death. And this suffering of human beings made such a great impact on Siddhartha's mind that he could not be happy the way he was living. So he decided to leave the luxury and the comforts of the palace and retire to the peace and privacy of the forest so that he could meditate and attain enlightenment. Enlightenment means to have a deeper understanding about something. So over here, Siddhartha wanted to have a deeper understanding about the sufferings of human beings so that he could overcome or put an end to the suffering of human beings. Now, Prince Siddhartha's marriage. When the people of Shakya kingdom came to know about the prince's intentions, that means when they came to know that the prince has decided to leave the palace and retire to the peace and privacy of the forest to attain enlightenment, they requested his father to arrange a marriage for him. And his father agreed and without any delay found a suitable bride named Yashodhara, the daughter of a respected Shakya family. However, Siddhartha was very clear to leave the palace and get enlightenment. But to fulfill his father's wishes and to satisfy the Shakya people, he agreed to marry Yashodhara. Next is Prince Siddhartha's request. At the age of 29, Prince Siddhartha had a vision. Vision means a dream. So, Prince Siddhartha had a dream in which he saw that all the Buddhas of the 10 directions appeared to him and said that he had decided to become a conqueror so that he could help the living beings in ending the sufferings. So it was the time for him to achieve this dream. After this vision or dream, Prince Siddhartha immediately went to his father and told him about his desire. Desire means wish. He said he wished to retire to a peaceful place in the forest so that he could meditate and attain enlightenment. Once he has attained enlightenment, he would be able to put an end to the sufferings of all living beings. And for this, he seeks his father's permission to allow him to leave the palace and fulfill his desire. Lastly, we will study about Prince Siddhartha's escape. Escape means to run away. Bhag jana. King tried all means to stop Siddhartha from leaving the palace. He even posted guards around the palace walls. But Prince Siddhartha's determination to go to the forest and live a life of a hermit means sadhu, could not be changed. So one night, Siddhartha used his miracle powers and put all the guards and attendants into a deep sleep, and with the help of a trusted aide means an assistant, he escaped from the palace. After that, he cut off his long hair and started wandering in the forest and lived a life of an ascetic. Ascetic means a sadhu. So he began to live a life of an ascetic. Without a companion or a teacher, Prince sat under the Bodhi tree in deep meditation and vowed that he would not leave this spot until he has found an end to suffering. So, dear students, I hope you must have understood this lesson. For better understanding, thoroughly read this lesson once again. Thank you and happy learning.